Hey everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a critical topic, the nuclear arsenals of the world's most powerful countries. We'll be taking a closer look at the top 5 nuclear powers. It's about recognizing the immense power these nations wield, because ultimately the goal is a world without these weapons, right? First up on our nuclear world tour is the United States. The US developed nuclear weapons during World War II, culminating in the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. This legacy continues to shape global politics today. The US nuclear arsenal includes ICBMs, SLBMs, and strategic bombers. These form the nuclear triad, ensuring retaliation even if one system is disabled. ICBMs are land-based and ready to launch from underground silos. These weapons cause widespread devastation, a constant source of anxiety. But wait, there's more. The US nuclear triad includes strategic bombers designed to deliver nuclear payloads. The US Air Force operates the B-2 Spirit and the B-52 Stratofortress. The B-2 Spirit is a marvel of stealth technology. It can carry both nuclear and conventional bombs. The B-52, a Cold War relic, has been in service for over 60 years. It's undergone numerous upgrades and remains a capable bomber. The explosive yield of a nuclear weapon is measured in kilotons or megatons of TNT. The Hiroshima bomb had a yield of about 15 kilotons. Today's warheads are hundreds of times more powerful. The United States maintains that its nuclear arsenal is a necessary deterrent preventing attacks from other countries. This idea, known as mutually assured destruction or MAD, is based on the premise that no rational actor would start a nuclear war. It's a terrifying logic, but it has arguably prevented a global nuclear conflict for 70 years. However, the existence of nuclear weapons raises ethical and moral questions. Is it ever justifiable to threaten to use such devastating weapons? Can we truly rely on deterrence to prevent a catastrophic nuclear war? These are questions with no easy answers, but we must grapple with them as a global community. From the heartland of America, we journey now to the largest nation on Earth, Russia. Shrouded in Siberian snow and steeped in history, Russia stands as the second nuclear superpower. Unlike the US, Russia's nuclear path was forged in the Cold War. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Soviet Union prioritized developing nuclear weapons. This fierce competition fueled a decades-long arms race. This led to the concept of mutually assured destruction, or MAD. Understanding this dynamic is crucial to the current geopolitical landscape. So let's talk about Russia's nuclear arsenal. Russia has a nuclear triad: land-based ICBMs, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. This ensures retaliation even if one system is taken out. Russia's ICBMs are formidable with varied types and payloads. Some carry multiple warheads, each striking different targets. SLBMs are launched from stealthy nuclear submarines. Russia's strategic bombers can penetrate enemy airspace. They have the Tu-95 Bear and the Tu-160 Blackjack. One of the most concerning aspects of Russia's nuclear arsenal is its sheer size. While the exact number of warheads is a closely guarded secret, experts estimate that Russia possesses over 6,000 nuclear weapons, the largest stockpile in the world. To put that in perspective, that's enough firepower to destroy every major city on Earth multiple times over. It's a sobering thought, and it underscores the importance of nuclear non-proliferation efforts. The risk of accidental launch, miscalculation, or even intentional use of nuclear weapons remains a very real threat to global security. Despite the end of the Cold War, tensions between Russia and the West have been on the rise in recent years. Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and its ongoing involvement in the conflict in Ukraine have strained relations and raised concerns about a potential new arms race. In the next chapter, we'll turn our attention to the rising nuclear power of China, exploring its growing arsenal and its potential impact on the global balance of power. So stay tuned as we continue our exploration of the world's most powerful nuclear weapons and the delicate balance of deterrence that keeps them in check. At least we hope it does, because the alternative is almost too terrifying to contemplate. beyond its borders, reaching targets across the globe. Let's start with the muscle, shall we? China's ICBMs are the backbone of its nuclear deterrent. Think of them as the really, really big guns that you keep locked away in the back, hoping you never have to use them. But you've got them just in case. And China's got some serious firepower in this department. Their most formidable ICBM is the DF-41, a three-stage, solid-fueled behemoth that can reportedly deliver multiple warheads over 15,000 kilometers. That's like throwing a dart from Beijing and hitting, well, pretty much anywhere in the world. Not exactly a comforting thought, unless you're really into darts, I guess. But China's not just about brute force. They're also developing more mobile and survivable ICBMs like the DF-31AG, which can be launched from road mobile launchers. This makes them much harder to track and target, adding an extra layer of complexity for any potential adversary. It's like trying to swat a fly that's constantly on the move. Frustrating, to say the least. And then there's the DF-5B, China's only ICBM capable of carrying multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs. What does that mean? Well, imagine one missile carrying several warheads, each capable of hitting a different target. It's like ordering a pizza with all the toppings, maximum impact, minimum effort. Now, if the ICBMs are the big guns, then the SLBMs are the stealthy ninjas of China's nuclear arsenal. Launched from submarines lurking beneath the ocean's surface, these missiles are all about surprise and uncertainty. China's primary SLBM is the JL-2, deployed on their Type 094 Jin-class submarines. With a range of over 7,000 kilometers, China also has a fleet of strategic bombers, including the H-6K. These bombers can carry nuclear-capable cruise missiles and provide China with a long-range standoff capability. So we've covered the big nuclear players, the US, Russia and China. France has always fiercely guarded its independence, including its military capabilities. They developed their own nuclear deterrent, known as the Force de Frappe. In 1966, France withdrew from NATO's military command to maintain independent decision-making. France's nuclear doctrine is based on dissuasion, deterring adversaries with their arsenal. Unlike the US, Russia and China, France has opted for a nuclear triad with two legs, relying on submarine-launched ballistic missiles, or SLBMs, and air-launched cruise missiles. Their SLBM force is centered around the Triomphant-class submarine, each capable of launching 16 M51 missiles. These M51 missiles are no joke, folks. They have a range of over 6,000 miles and can carry multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs. For those of you just joining us, MIRVs are like the multi-headed hydra of nuclear warheads, each capable of striking a different target. On the airborne side of the equation, France deploys the ASMP-A missile, a supersonic cruise missile carried by their Rafale fighter jets and Mirage 2000N bombers. These missiles, with a range of over 300 miles, provide a more flexible, rapid response option, able to hold targets at risk across a wide swathe of territory. It's like having a scalpel and a sledgehammer, strategically speaking. The SLBMs provide the ultimate deterrent, the underwater threat that keeps adversaries guessing, while the airborne missiles offer a more tactical, responsive capability. Now, France maintains a relatively small but sophisticated nuclear arsenal, estimated to be around 300 warheads. They've consistently advocated for nuclear non-proliferation, signing treaties and calling for disarmament. But they've also made it clear that they have no intention of relinquishing their own nuclear capabilities anytime soon. They see their arsenal as a vital component of their national security, a guarantee of their sovereignty in an uncertain world. And as technology advances, France continues to invest in modernizing its nuclear forces, ensuring their deterrent remains credible and effective for decades to come. France's nuclear journey is a fascinating case study in how a nation navigates the complexities of the nuclear age. It's a story of self-determination, of balancing national security concerns with a commitment to global stability, and a reminder that the nuclear landscape is far more nuanced than just the actions of the superpowers. And finally, we come to the United Kingdom, the fifth member of our nuclear quintet. The UK's nuclear history is deeply intertwined with that of the United States. In fact, Their nuclear program, much like France's, was born in the crucible of World War II, with the two nations collaborating closely on the development of atomic weapons. After the war, as the Cold War set in, the UK developed its own independent nuclear deterrent, recognizing the need to maintain a credible defense capability in a world increasingly defined by nuclear weapons. And for the UK, that deterrent has long been synonymous with the Trident program. Now, the Trident program revolves around 4 Vanguard-class submarines armed with Trident II D5 ballistic missiles, those very same missiles used by the US Navy. These submarines, constantly patrolling the depths of the ocean, represent the UK's ultimate insurance policy, a strategic deterrent against potential adversaries. It's a system designed to ensure that no matter the circumstances, the UK retains the ability to respond to a nuclear attack with devastating force, a concept known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD. It's a grim reality, but one that has defined the strategic landscape for decades. Each Trident II D5 missile can carry up to 14 independently targetable warheads, each capable of obliterating a city. That's a lot of destructive power lurking beneath the waves. But here's where things get interesting. The UK has a policy of continuous at-sea deterrence. This means that at least one Vanguard-class submarine is always on patrol, armed and ready to respond to a nuclear attack. It's like having a silent guardian, a nuclear watchdog, constantly patrolling the depths, ensuring that the UK's deterrent remains credible and effective. The range of these Trident missiles is staggering. Launched from the depths of the ocean, they can reach targets over 7,500 miles away, giving the UK a truly global reach. This ability to project power across vast distances underscores the UK's continued role as a major player on the world stage. Now the UK maintains a stockpile of around 225 nuclear warheads, a fraction of the arsenals possessed by the US and Russia. But as we've discussed, the destructive power of even a single nuclear weapon is immense. The UK's nuclear arsenal, though smaller in number, remains a potent force to be reckoned with. The UK's commitment to maintaining its nuclear deterrent has been a subject of ongoing debate. Proponents argue that it remains essential for national security, providing the ultimate guarantee against coercion or attack in an increasingly unpredictable world. They point to the proliferation of nuclear weapons and the emergence of new threats as justification for retaining this ultimate insurance policy. Opponents, however, argue that nuclear weapons are immoral, militarily impractical, and a waste of resources. They call for disarmament and a shift towards diplomacy and international cooperation as the primary means of ensuring global security. The debate over the UK's nuclear future is complex, with valid arguments on both sides. It's a debate that reflects the broader global conversation about the role of nuclear weapons in the 21st century. And as technology continues to advance and the geopolitical landscape continues to shift, this debate is likely to intensify in the years to come. From the sheer destructive power of the US and Russian arsenals to the more nuanced capabilities of France and the UK, we've journeyed through the complex and often unsettling landscape of nuclear weapons. We've explored the motivations behind their development, the technology that underpins their destructive power, and the strategic calculus that governs their potential use. It's a lot to process, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed by the sheer scale and complexity of it all. But hopefully this exploration has shed some light on a topic that often remains shrouded in secrecy and fear. Because understanding the intricacies of nuclear weapons, the dangers they pose, and the debates they ignite is essential for all of us. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which country's nuclear arsenal surprised you the most.